Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Space Engineer. So a nice chap named Jack helped me out with a few suggestions on the Let's Play series for changing some settings that might help reduce flickering and just suggestions here and there for other bugs and issues. I was starting to get quite a bit of a headache when playing the game from flickering, so hopefully we won't see it. Basically for that one was just changing the voxel. I had it on high textures, but changing the voxel to low quality. I guess when it gets high, it was popping in and out, and it caused like a weird full screen, almost not a full screen, but like a big flash on the screen. I haven't seen it yet, so that's a good thing. Another thing he suggested was bringing down the view distance to 20 instead of the 30 I had it as, which I've done. And hopefully that solves a lot of my other issues. So I kind of got annoyed because I was going to make a ship and I had a part 3 up, but I'll get rid of that now so you won't even see it if you've never seen it. But I couldn't figure out how to get a ship made because the landing gear does not snap on like it used to. So I guess some people just do the cockpit right away, and you can just start doing this in the midair, and it shouldn't have, I guess, too much of an impact. The only downside is, I guess, if you bang into it, it could float away. So here it is. If you bash into it, for example, like, maybe I'm not heavy enough, actually. Oh, this is good news. Am I not heavy enough? There you go. That was one way. The other way was what you do is put a landing gear on the big ship, right? And then you weld it up, and then you attach a small one to the big one. And then, of course, you take the little one and you would just hit 9 again to reduce the size. And then you would flip it to the correct orientation. And then when it's hovering over it, when this other landing gear is made, you could just attach, I think it was like L-key or whatever from back in the day. But yeah, I was getting a little annoyed because, you know, Space Engineers is a buggy game at times. It gets very frustrating. And I guess I was just having a bit of an off day with it, and I was just like, I just don't want to deal with it. But I think I will give it another chance here, and we'll see how things go. Also, a lot of people have been suggesting mods to add to the series over time. I love mods, and I am thankful for all the people who've made the mods out there. If you don't see your mod added, or I said thanks, whatnot, don't be discouraged. I haven't ignored mod requests. In fact, I'd love to hear more. I just don't feel like I need to add a bunch of them right away. Over time, I might add more, because if you say add a big drill mod, you know, for example, I feel like right now I don't need a big drill mod, but like, you know, maybe the 10th or 20th episode, maybe I will feel like a big drill mod, so I'll add it then. But either way, catching up what we had last time, now we've gotten our little introductions off, we have processed a bunch of resources. So off camera, I went and grabbed a whole bunch of materials. I don't want to do too much off camera stuff. I don't want to make like a raw Let's Play series like we're doing with Ovorian, but at the same time, I don't want to, you know, hey guys, I'll mine for 6 hours before the next episode kind of thing. I don't think you really have to do that in Space Engineers anyways, but I won't make you sit there and suffer while, you know, processing resources. But the nice thing about that is, instead of having one refinery going, have 10 refineries going. And not only that, they have I believe it's called the arc furnace or whatever for iron and nickel. So that's something we can work on over time. So I went and got the remaining of the resources. So we got iron, magnesium, silver, cobalt, nickel, silicon, gold, and platinum. And I still have some to process, but that's fine. I made a bunch of just base materials. I got some in my inventory, but I got things like motors and construction components, small tubes, large steel tubes, interior plates, metal grids, steel plates. I had to make another hydrogen bottle. I died sometime. I have no clue how I died this time around. I know I've died from the physics when mining. That's always going to happen somewhat, but it's just... yeah, sometimes that's just... it just happens. Sometimes people say your game's running too slow, though then again, everything's maxed. I don't think the sim was going crazy, but sometimes I think the physics kind of acts up. I guess it pauses slightly, and that's probably where the lag was happening, and then it just explodes it. We have had the game do that a couple of times, but who knows? But we'll see how things go anyways, now that we've adjusted some things. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to go ahead and build our cockpit again. I did weld the cockpit, right? Or didn't weld it, but removed it. I think I did. Okay, so here we go. Here's the cockpit. And we'll put that together. So we're going to need some computers, displays, bulletproof glass. Actually, I don't think I've made bulletproof glass, actually. No, I don't think so. So let's make some bulletproof glass. So we just go to production, and here we go. So there's quite a bit we needed there. I'm not quite sure how many. And then let's see, we need some computers. It's going to get a little hard for me to get used to some of these new textures and things like that. So because of the new icons, because it's been a while since I played and all the icons are different now. So please forgive me if I don't do things perfectly right away. So bulletproof glass, where are we? Isn't the assembler? Oh, no, that's the container. Here's the assembler. 1, 2, 3. There you go. There you go. Excellent. Oh, it looks... Oh, look at you. Woo, you can see inside now. Oh, no! Space Engineers. Where no troll has gone before. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll live with that. Okay, so we're going to go to step 2, or plan B. Where we put this puppy on here, and then we just, you know, do it from here. So we're going to need 50 more steel plates. Let's do that, my friends. Let's do that now. There we go. Wow, the new landing gear looks actually kind of badass. Nice. Okay, and then we'll put a tiny little landing gear on top. We hit 9 again. And then we're going to... Oh, did it end? That's weird. There we go. I felt like I didn't hit the right... there you go. So we'll just put this just like that, you know. And it should light up. But maybe not because it's not solid right now. I'm not 100% sure. But let's weld it up anyway. See what happens here. Oh, maybe it did light up. I was just not quite at the right angle at the time. Not sure. But anyways, let's see what happens here. Let's hold Alt and see what happens. So let's hit lock key. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it auto-locked itself. My gear doesn't seem to be actually locking, but the tiny one locked on it. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever works, works. I'm all game for either way. Okay, so there you go. It locked. Perfect. I wonder if it would have just locked anyways now. I'm kind of curious now. Let's play around with this. We got a minute to play around. This is Space Engineers. Most of what you do is fooling around, right? So there you go. Let's try this again. I wonder if we were to bump it downwards, it would fill the lock automatically. Let's try this. Oh. There it goes. Ah, there we go. So it does have an auto lock on it. Ah, that's so cool. Okay. That's not so bad. Now we know that exists. It's not, you know, the worst thing in the world. Oh, our inventory is a bit full. Let's get some stuff on here. So, first thing I'm going to put back on here is the cockpit. Get that going here. Excellent. Ta-da. Okay. Now this won't be beautiful, you know. I'm not a big ship designer or anything. You guys already know that. But it will be something that can mine, and it will slightly work out for us, and we'll have a bit of fun doing it. So there we go. We have that up. Now we're gonna put drills on here, so it's probably best we just get the drills out right away, just so we can see where they're gonna go and we can plan that out. So there you go. 9 is our drill button. Oop, there you go. We're gonna have to play around with you guys. There we go. Now, do I want them in the front? I think I would, actually. Okay, let's try putting this here. And then putting the drills on the front of the ship. Oh. Interesting. You're not going to sit on the front, are you? No. You're going to be a pain in my butt. This is the fun part of Space Engineers, always trying to get things to connect the way you want it, and it's like, no, Yeah, so the spot I would like... Oh, yeah, right there kind of thing. But... Nice, Kane. Wow, hit every button but the button you're supposed to hit. There we go. I want to put it there, but I want it out a bit. But it's not going to let me do that with this angle. So we might have to extend this a little more and then come from the side like this. Wait, this is not like a... Oh, wait a minute. No, it's the right size. It's like maybe this is like a big one. No, that's what a big one looks like. Never mind. Okay, so... Man, that looks a lot bigger than I remember, but maybe that's right. The only downside is it connected? Because I'm going to have to replace these parts, so let's find out right away, I guess. Okay, they are connected on the ends. I was making sure they were. Because if they're not, then they're just going to float away anyways, and because it won't be actually connected. So we're going to get more construction components, huh? Can I get some more construction components, please? There you go. Just dump the whole pile there. Aha, there we go. And you, sir. There you go. So now that we have that, what we'll do is we'll do the conveyor in between there. And at least when I used to play a long time ago, the conveyors could just work just decently in between. I think it was just called a small conveyor, but that might not even exist anymore with all the changes. Conveyor junction? Maybe? I don't know. I don't remember it being called that, but maybe. Oops. I'm gonna guess no on the conveyor junction. Okay. Well, conveyor. Convey, if I can spell these days. Okay, so that wasn't it. Conveyor sorter. Oh, small conveyor. There it is. Haha. There we go. And we're gonna need nothing. Just good welding angle. There you go. So that should be connected. And the nice thing is now it's connected to the ship. It's also connected to everything else, all these parts. There's also, you could put a connector on the bottom of this, I guess. So it's also connected from there if you like. So pretty much you got a good connection there. Now, oxygen. Now, I sometimes like to put an oxygen on here, but I don't know how well that's going to work because I remember years ago, well, it wasn't years ago, but a box. What? What is this? Must be for this kind of stuff, actually. It's the only thing I can think. I don't know. Anyways, ages ago, I should say, not years ago, they didn't have quite what we needed here for oxygen, so that might have changed over time. But usually the ship one required, yeah, a big one, but it never lined up for the smaller ones. Oh, actually, it's gonna line up on the smaller ones just fine. That's actually gonna work just fine, except it does work just fine, but there is gonna be an except to it because, well, it is oxygen, so you know what? Maybe it's gonna be fine. We'll try this. I haven't done this for ages. I'm happy. I'm happy with that. We'll see what happens. There might be a reason why that can't work. I don't know anymore. We're gonna go with it though for now. Because there's one thing that's good about this. I can put a container behind that. What did I just run out of, to be honest? Was it more tubing, or? I got lots of this tubing. Don't really have any of this tubing. Oh, my inventory's full. Those tubes are huge. Tubes are huge. There you go, that was the right. Okay, yeah, that would work. And then, because this should all connect it still, then we can have a cargo container, which the cargo, I keep hitting I, sorry. The cargo container should work as well because it should, oh, I don't want that one. I guess it's medium, huh? Was there always, I guess there was always 3 of them. Maybe? This looks different to me. Well, all of them look different now anyways, but there you go. Yo, yeah. So interior. Okay, interior everything now. Well, that's all we're getting anyways. There you go. That's pretty cool. And then we could put it on the bottom of it, or it doesn't really matter. We can put the connector anywhere. Is there a connector on here? Oh yeah, here it is. It's on the bottom of the ship. Okay. So now we can do thrusters. Oh, you know what we don't have? We can, oh no, we can't because there's no antenna on this ship. We can go ahead and, I like hitting the thing on there. Thrusters, oh, here they are. Ion thrusters. That's all you need. I won't put large one on here, I don't think. Now, if it's probably the same as before, multiple thrusters, especially on these type of ships, were definitely a must, because the reason it was a must was because there's a lot of fighting, and the more, when mining, the more thrusters you have, the more likely your ship will be stabilized, basically. And that was a key part of the mining, of course, so you wanted to be able to you know, stay stabilized. Actually, you know what? Let's get rid of this one, because we probably should do, say here, I guess. Yeah, let's do here, I guess. I want to keep it sort of, you know what? Yeah, we'll keep it here like this. Oh, why can't I place you there? Oh, interesting. Oh. Well, snap onto that, but it's actually not considered holding there, so that could be a problem, but we'll keep it there for now. And then what we'll do is, actually, you know what? Let's not take the chance there, because if one breaks, it's going to float, and that kind of breaks the redundancy, right? And then we'll put this down here. That should be fine. There we go. So yeah, it can't be there, but it can be there. And then we'll fix these up here. There you go. And then we can get some of these guys right here. And always put, you know, going this way, you get a little luckier. You get a little bit more extra thrust on that. And then we're not quite done, because we got to have the forward ones. So we'll have them connect to these guys. They'll get quite the redundancy as the other ones, but oh crap! Did I put a thruster in front of a? Ooh, no, you don't want that. There you go. We'll put it up here instead, up higher. Hey, get your butt down there. There we go. And one right here. There we go. Okay, so left to right, front to back, up and down. Oh, actually, yeah. I thought I was putting more thrusters on the back, but now I think about it, we've actually got the same amount of everywhere except left to right, which is a little less, and we could easily fix that too by putting more on. We might have to, because we don't put any power or anything like that on this, so we'll probably just expand the end a bit more. But this should keep it pretty stabilized either way, so that's where it counts right now. So now we don't have all the thruster components or any thruster components. I think we have probably most of the other components on us, but we wouldn't have the thruster ones because I forgot to make those. It looks like we're out of large steel tubes and construction components now. Large steel tubes and construction components. Large steel tubes. There we go. And construction components. We already ran out of construction components, so that makes a lot of sense. Reminds me of the old days. Oh boy, didn't realize I did that. Okay, so let's go to production and we'll go to the little bits here. Is this a thruster? No, that's a reactor. Detector, gravity. All the components look so different, so let's see if I can get another guess. Oh, I know where it is. Bottom left. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 2. And then 1, 2. I don't think I hit that again. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah. And then do. I don't know. It's just like, let's click a bunch of buttons. Okay. And then construction components. Can't believe I used those puppies up already. Okay, so got those done. And then, here we go. Okay. And that should get us up and running here for these guys. This is why a mining ship or a welding ship later on will be kind of a key necessary. Okay, there we go. I don't think I've noticed the flickering, or I'm just lucky. Okay. Nice. Hey. Hey. I get excited. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? There we go. There she is. Okay. And now we're going to have to do power. Oh, and gyros. I've never designed the ship quite like this. So this is actually the first time I've designed it. Like, I always build a boxy-like shape like this. This isn't like, that's not really new. But I've never designed it sort of this style. So this is sort of a newer design for me, which I like. It's a change to what I normally do. When you haven't played for a while, you kind of, you do that. And that makes it kind of fun, I think. So I won't connect these to the... I know they can be useful having them connected to the grid, but I also like not doing it to the grid thing. There you go. Now, I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we'll find out over time, won't we? Now, these definitely won't have the components. You're going to need construction components by buttloads, and then you're going to need reactor components as well. Oh, and computers, and construction components and reactor components. Okay. Ow! Don't play with hot thrusters. Production. So reactor components were this, right? No, that's gravity generator. Maybe we never did hover over it. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have never made gravel. We've never picked up stone. So stone is just stone, and then you can turn it into gravel. But I've never actually done that yet, so we don't have any gravel yet. Oh, somebody suggested a mod, and I should have gotten it. Well, we're not going to really do things by hand anyways as much anymore, but somebody actually recommended a mod that would auto pick up the items and put it in your inventory. I think that's the friggin' cleverest thing ever. It's not just about, I don't think it's a hard mechanic now going and fetching it. It's just more of a nuisance, so that would have actually been a fun one to try out. There we go. There you go. Nice. Okay, let's try this out, shall we, my friends? And there we go. And there we go again. Oh, yeah, forgot the computer parts. Is there any... Not really. You go all the way to the bottom here, I guess, but... Oh. I don't know what else I double-clicked, but I filled up my inventory. There we go. Oh, it says built by Kane Hart on it. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. Huh. Okay. Built by Kane Hart. So you can say, hey, Robert, why did you build this little weird thing on my ship? Nice. And then we got to get the gyros on here. So gyro, which is probably actually on here. Oh, yeah, 7. Because I know they used to start with a bit of everything. Oh, we'll go a little 7, or not 7. 2 gyros on each side. It doesn't matter which side they are and all that stuff, but more gyros helps you with your thing. Plus, of course, like I said, with the thrusters, the more thrusters with the gyros will keep your ship a little more steady when, oh, is it space? Yeah. I'm not used to these controls. After playing Avorion and some other space games, some of their controls are a little different, and now I'm like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. And then imagine when I'm playing Avorion later on, oh no, it's going to be all screwed up for me. There you go. Were you guys all efficiently? No, one of them was missing. There you go. Nice. Friggin' Cylon eyes have been attached. And then you're probably going to want a beacon, so when this runs away, you can get a hold of it. And then we could do remote control and things like that later on. But I would say let's just leave that for later on. Beacon. Oh, it's going to probably require a radio antenna, won't it? Holy crap. At first I was like, no, that's not going on the ship. Oh, and then we're going to want a little... you could probably attach it to the end of this anyway, so it won't be a big deal. But then we're going to want a little ore detector. Ooh, it doesn't require a antenna of any type. Then, yeah, I like hitting the I key. Ore detector. Oh, yeah, we added a big mod on here, so it helps detect easier. So a small one is still small. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that. Now, we'd use a lot more power, so we might have to shut it down. But I installed a mod because, you know what, it's always annoying. You have limited range, so this should fix it up a bit. So you're going to need 8 detector parts. Now, if I recall, this is a long time ago. Was it detector parts that are really heavy? Or are they semi-heavy? I know antenna parts used to be ridiculously heavy. So detector parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Excellent. This will get us a bit of detection. There you go. And I think we have a good, decent start. I mean, it's not the world's best ship, but I'm happy with it. So let's give it some... oh, yeah, we could place the thing underneath it still. Oh, we're going to put it on the back, I think, for a bit more protection of the ship, I think. I might have done bad with these, to be honest. They're probably fine, but I don't know if they'll hit the height of the ship or not. Oh, well, we'll figure that out later. Since it's going to go low, I think I'm going to put them on the bottom, actually. So let's deal with that. So let's get some fuel. So, is it shift control? Oh, no. There you go. No, that wasn't it either. Is it right click and hold? Ah, there you go. So let's do 8 for now. We'll put 2 in each reactor. So if we put them... If we connected this all, it would be easier to, you know, put them in. I think they even semi-balance into the reactors and stuff like that, but for this kind of stuff, I don't mind having the remote access to it. Okay, there we go. And then the last one. There she is. So if we go in here, and L, I think it is? Or is it P? Oh, it's P. L is light. There you go. And if we hit V, there you go. So there is our ship. It's actually pretty decent. It's a little slow, slower than I thought it would be, but it has quite a bit of mass on it. Now, you think it's slow now? This is nothing. This is nothing at all. It will actually get worse and worse, and you're like, wait, what, worse? Because as far as I know, they have all that mass stuff now in the Space Engineer, so... oop, don't crash into the asteroid. We're going to have to put this on weapons and tools. There you go. It's probably best to go on this one. So the heavier the ship is, the harder it is to work with, but that's not going to be a big deal. But you can see the mass increasing on the ship. Well, they got some new sound effects. That's kind of cool. There you go. But it's not meant to be like super duper, you know, mining ship from hell or anything like that. There you go. And it should work just fine. There you go. See? You just got to be smart, you know. You can be, honestly, you could be the slowest, worst maneuvering ship ever and still be a decent miner. As long as you know where to go and how to do it and when to stop and things like that. You're completely fine in that, you know, in that regards. So next time we will get a few new, you know, things on this going. We'll give it a try. We'll go around mining a bit with it. We'll get the connector going. We'll attach it. Maybe we'll even get an arc furnace and things going. And then we'll go from there. So thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we will see you wonderful people next time. Oh yeah, I gotta stop the video, huh? Have a good one.